Space. There's quite a lot of it. As you might expect, the gulfs between points of interest are vast, and there's no real need for official shipping lanes beyond the confidence to be found if, say, one ship happens to suffer a catastrophic breakdown in the middle of nowhere, such as what has happened to the higher class, whilst it was so desperately off course that there was no such thing as a course to take anymore. Oh, and it also happens to be falling towards a brown dwarf, a star so small that it might double as a gas giant. The coldest class of star yet discovered. Of course, none of this matters should one's vessel actually fall inside, where the temperatures are still hot enough to burn one alive whilst also crushing one to death. A fate that awaits the higher class, all its crew, and Ambassador Peril, who happens to be the one to have ordered the intense course correction that got the ship into trouble in the first place, all because he was in a hurry. And now the ambassador was impatient about the repairs, not because of the impending doom on the higher class, but because he was now late in meeting her friends on Hittizi. Z bullied her way through almost all official channels, all the way to engineering, where a Nazi engineer and the ship's Nahian priest were operating on the gravity propulsion drive. Footnote: gravity drives, alternately grav or gravy drives, are Nahian constructions that only work when their engineer follows the Nahian philosophy that machines gain life as they are used. As a result, gravity drives aren't repaired so much as operated on, or healed. They're not so much made as born. The Nazi was in an awkward knot with their toes gripping some handrails and most of their body in an open cavity. Ha ha! I told you it was the spline actuator, Frigid. It's always the spline actuator, Frigid. No worries, dolls. We're getting you a transplant right now. What is the meaning of this outrage? Clichéd the ambassador. The Nazi and Nahin simultaneously moved away from their work to shout, "You can't be in here! Get out!" "I," announced Peril, "am their highest, sanctified purist, Laird Khan Ambassador Peril, Godex of Tilaru, Kals of Rixor, heir to the sanctum of Brox and ambassador of the Kokari people. Who are you to give me orders?" The Nazi made a fist and said, "Now listen, mate," as a prelude to a good old stoush. Footnote: stoush, noun, original strine, to fight, brawl, or otherwise punch in an effective but unfair manner. But the Nahin stilled their arm and murmured, "Diplomacy." The Nazi took a deep breath, whilst Peril tapped her foot in impatience. "Who am I? I am here Grace, Laird Munderwine, Dux of the people who don't give a rat's ass, and Knight of the Order of Go Fuck Yourself." Footnote: there you go, an entire brace of gender-neutral terms of address, free of charge and used in context. See the information section for the link. And, of course, although it may be of no importance, and I beg your pardon, the person with the relevant training towards keeping us all alive. Now rack off and let me save everyone's ass, including yours, although I don't know what you do with it considering all the shit dropping out of your mouth. The Nahin slowly facepalmed during Munderwai's speech. "Please leave us to work in peace, Ambassador," they sighed. "The sooner we are finished, the sooner we can all be on our way." Peril, flustered and sputtering, stammered out, Well, I should certainly hope so." It was only later, after Z arrived at her destination and her peers explaining things to her, that Ambassador Peril later found Engineer Mundawe and profusely apologized. Z was a sheltered cognizant and had not a single idea of how much danger Z was in by the time the higher class was finally underway. End scene. A merry time zone to you, and thank you for watching this presentation. I'm the Internator, sometimes known as CM Weller on the professional writing circuit. Wish I could get there, to be honest. I wrote this story some significant time ago and read this post as a video a lot sooner than now. If you want to see these fresh, check out my PeerTube site linked down there in the dibble-dobble. Try PeerTube. It's like YouTube, but without the horse shit. If you want to read these even fresher, I may want to kiss you on the cheek and give you a big hug, but you can find them on my hub site, also linked down below. If you want to sponsor me, there's a Patreon in the link spam downstairs. New Patreon patrons will get special thanks in my next fresh tale, and maybe a picture of a critter I took while I was out in meat space. Once again, thank thanks to my special sponsor list on screen, or it might be over there, I don't know yet. Uh, and thanks to you for watching so far. Big kiss to you. Mwah!